We are live. Welcome to another Friday night live with Collective Enlightenment. This is our end of the month cash flow party fourth Friday of the month. We get down.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
That's right. I am one of your hosts who happens to be Miss Ruby, also known as the Crypto Queen of Harlem. And we are here with a guest host and your brother Al in the house, Go Banker. Go Banker,
Yes,
tell them
yes.
what you want to tell them today.
Welcome to the platform. We here to have a good old time tonight.
Dang right.
Sit down, get comfortable. You're gonna have a seat at the table. We're gonna take you through a conversation with our guest host, who's a phenomenal woman. And I'm gonna let Ruby bring because if I start talking, I'm gonna get real excited because I'm somewhat of a gamer, but what she do shadows far what I do, and I'm so excited to have her here.
Mm, mm.
So excited.
Absolutely. So coming into you live, we're letting you know this is the night we have got my girl on. She is literally a record breaker, and I love her because she's a neighbor. She's a girl from my hood. You know what I'm saying? And she is literally shattering records out here in an area where most of us in our community aren't aware of, but those folks are. You know what I'm saying? Quite aware. And here we come because she's gonna break it through. We're gonna help her push through that barrier. It's the young lady named Aziza Brown. She is the owner, founder, and the promoter of a company called Dynamic Focus. Miss Aziza Brown. Share with them what we know. Share what I love about my sister. Go ahead, girl. Let them
Hi.
know who you
My name is Aziza Brown. I am the owner and CEO, founder of Dynamic Focus. Dynamic Focus is an esports team and content creator team too. So basically, what we do is we travel from basically place to place, country to country, playing in video game tournaments, mostly for fighting games,
are.
and going to the leagues for that. Also, I have content creators who are doing events and they're doing production shows online on Twitch and YouTube.
Okay.
And basically, I am also um, the sponsor for another thing called the Queen of the Hill series, which basically I
What?
never said that. So the Queen of the Hill series is an online series for women of the FGC, World Fighting Game community, to compete in different arenas online because there's nowhere to go,
Okay.
um, and to be highlighted more so that more women know that there are competitions out there. There are women who compete, and we're growing the scene from that. Queen of the Hill is now sponsored by Urban Decay, and
Ah,
we have raised $2,100 through Matcherino to for all four
okay.
women of the tournament, and it's still going on until and the last finale of the tournament is on May 2nd.
Okay, so you totally gotta drop that, right? We gotta know how to get in and support that.
Yeah.
Ladies, we got family in the room. Y'all gotta forgive me. I'm trying to get my eyeballs on right. It's like, why is this so blurry? Look, I want to say hello and good evening to all my family. Y'all know I've been talking about this girl all week. It has been a long time coming. She's here. It's time to put it on. And it's time for us to see what this esports thing is about. What is it that you really do? What happens? What does it mean? And I know y'all saying like Ruby, Miss Ruby, first thing they say is Miss Ruby, okay, it's like, all right, so it's gaming. It's gaming. Like that's another thing. So let me share with you. We teach and train people in the cryptocurrency space, but more so in the blockchain space. And part of what we've been sharing is how gaming is also a part of this space. It has been for a very long time, actually. And most people don't understand kind of the underpinnings of the not just the blockchain, but that payment system, that whole industry type thing that we're talking about.
Absolutely.
Esports is huge, okay? But guess who it is that its focus has been on? The community that has been exposed to it and the community that has not. Well, it ain't us, baby. Our community Here's what. Hey Al, we did an interview with a parent about 5 years ago. What was the parent telling her child when we had that discussion on camera? Almost by accident. I didn't know the person was shooting the conversation.
About 5 years ago, I know. What was he saying? You can't make no money playing these games. Is that what Is that
Yeah,
the
her mama
conversation?
told a mother we were doing a hiring at a library because we run a company called Gotcha Text. And so we were waiting for our actual interview to start. And as they were setting up, the young lady was setting up, our mom and her son were talking with us. And then she talking to her son. Her son says, she asked her son, she said, so, put that game away. And it was so funny because I had just really met Z. Okay. And
Mm-hmm.
well, Z is a friend of mine. So Aziza, I just met Aziza about maybe 5, 6 years ago, right?
Yeah.
She had this event. And now I understand because of the technology portion of it, how really big and really important gaming is actually to the world of technology. Gaming, believe it or not, comes from it goes way, way back. And it has been building our defense system since day one.
Absolutely.
Since
It's
then
been
one, yeah.
used to
Yeah,
build.
no, it's true.
Yeah, I mean, they call it war games for a reason.
Yeah.
And so when tech came out, I was always aware of all of the different industries that were jumped off. But the one thing I knew was going to be big was gaming. I didn't know I'd get in the door. I just was grateful I met some people in my community because I never gone to anything in like Las Vegas, any of those big events. And, I had never gone to the Midwest where they have these huge tournaments, or
Yeah.
any of the other places where it takes place away from people like myself and kids like me.
Hmm.
But people like Z, they stretch outside of their box. They always connect with folks. Then they reach back. And her team is full of a bunch of people that look just like me. And this chick is going all the way because we gonna push her. We gonna push her. We were just talking about that. She was speaking, and I said she won't admit. I'm like, you are breaking barriers, chick. You really are. And she kind of downplays that. Talk to me about women in this industry like yourself that own their own team.
Um, Basically, for me, I think I'm the one of the few grassroots team owners. I do know that there's another one called Mayhem, where there's
Mhm.
another woman owner. Now that's the other team. Like before, she was Absolution Esports, and now she's
Mhm.
Mayhem.
Uh,
Um, the other one is who's really famous right now is the owner, not owner, but the CEO of Evil Geniuses.
uh,
So she has been appointed as CEO, and she owns that team. Who basically they rake in millions of dollars.
got it. Now, when and you're saying you are a African American woman. How does that work in this? Because that's one thing to be African American and owning a team. This is not like it's not like you were appointed or you were added to someone's team or said, "Hey, we want you to do this." This was you from day one.
Yeah.
This was you. I'm gonna just let's go back in some history. One, I think it was a Friday night. I come out. I'm walking from the store, and I run into Z. She's in a minibus about to drive these young brothers from the neighborhood to a tournament weekend. And I'm like, "Yo, Z, what's up?" She's like, "Girl, about to get these guys over. We have something. You are going to some big event, and you are like, you've been driving these guys to these different places.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Picking them up, taking them there, getting training, the whole nine. We're not talking about somebody who got placed in a space. And I'm not giving any less energy to anybody else. But when you see somebody come through and from the ground up, inspire, promote, and literally move the energy for these young people who have been phenomenal in this space. I mean, they've been holding their own. Okay. I'm like, it really put me back. I've been promoting this woman from the back ends to everybody. I was like, you need to do this. You need to get her here. We need to talk about it in our
Hmm.
community. And so how was that? I mean, because I know you're in the space and you're around others, but does that do you feel like you had a different experience than a lot of them?
I mean, cause like being from grassroots, you get to meet the people that you inspire and you grow and from the beginning. Like a lot of the people on my team, they've been here from the beginning, like younger, and then they grew to what they are today. So like
Mhm.
one of my my best players right now, he
Right.
literally we traveled him across the world, Brazil to Ireland to everywhere, just to go to these competitions for Mortal Kombat and for Injustice. And currently, he saved up enough money to go back to school. He's going back to school right now,
All
and
right.
yeah, and it's like um from all of that, like he's like grown like his independence and his like his drive, and he's starting to like really think about his future, and also learning about like investments and everything like that, just
Uh,
to grow himself. And he's learned that through all of his experience because he got off the block, you
right.
know.
And that right there, that statement right there. He got off the block.
Hmm.
How often is it that our kids do not mentally leave the block, let alone physically, to be able to see the world for what people will tell him exists? Most of
Yeah.
our kids don't have that opportunity. And for parents, and that, like when we were talking to that parent, that conversation got recorded. I share with people. It's up on our Facebook now because I had reposted it a few months back. When we talked to this one mother about what tech is doing and what the opportunity for these gaming, while you thinking your kid is wasting time, they're changing the world. They're actually in a spot where they're training themselves up to become competitors in a whole nother area. It's like telling your kid to stop playing basketball, stop bouncing that ball out there. And he's, just becoming the next Magic Johnson.
Yeah.
Good.
So I mean, the truth be told, there's collegiate esports.
Oh, wow. Collegiate? Wait, you
Collegiate.
just said collegiate.
Collegiate.
Like from
There are
college?
collegiate teams.
Oh,
I
my.
didn't even.
So
I never even thought there was a space for that in colleges because I mean, I knew they had game theory in college, but I never knew they had a platform where you can actually.
Wow.
Is this competable for like scholarships?
yes,
Yes.
Wow,
Yes.
yes.
that's
Like
awesome.
University of Kentucky, I've spoken with them. They were building esports arena in their college, and they were trying to figure out how to invite more women into their college. Like if you
Mm,
build the space, they will come.
yeah.
That was like one of those things. But it's like there are collegiate scholarships to go to these teams, and they are competing
Mhm.
on the collegiate level. Like currently, the apparel company that I work with, they're getting collegiate um collegiate sponsored, like players, like the whole
Right.
leagues are yeah, like leagues of
They're starting to
different.
sponsor those.
They sponsor
Right.
those.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
They do the apparel for them.
Oh, my gosh.
That's
From the high
phenomenal.
school level, now there's varsity esports coming out. There's a lot of things now where you can actually go to school through video gaming
That,
because it is a huge industry.
yes. Now, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. Can you share with our viewers? And I just want to say good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. From wherever you're watching, we have people who, if you're on Twitch, if you're on YouTube, if you're on Facebook, we love you. We thank you. Keep this going. Get more people in this conversation
Yeah,
because this is one of those spaces, much like crypto, where our faces are definitely not seen enough. And this is something I'm going to ask her about the industry. What kind of industry is the gaming industry at this level?
Okay, so that's broad. Uh, that's really broad because the thing is that it goes into different genres
Mm,
and different levels. Like right now, the level I'm even the fight when I say fighting game industry, I'm talking about a whole plethora of games, and all of them have different earning levels and everything like that.
Mm.
So depending on the amount of community involvement and
Right.
commercial involvement into those sports. The bigger ones, the ones that actually get the billions of dollars, the millions of dollars, not the billions, because
I was
they're not billions yet. Um,
getting there,
so,
getting there.
but like the ones that have the good commercial pockets, like
Mm-hmm.
Fortnite, and
Ah.
if you're in New York and you didn't know about that Fortnite tournament,
Mm.
well, like they literally had the on the U.S. You know the on the place where the U.S. Open is in Queens.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
They filled that stadium for a Fortnite tournament, and the kid that won $3 million, and
Excuse me.
everybody that
A
participated in
video
that
game?
tournament made at least the lowest prize for 50 of the people 50 of the people in that tournament made
Yes.
$50,000 for that tournament, but the top prize was $3 million,
Okay,
and
so
it was 100 kids.
I'm sorry. I was spending my time doing the wrong stuff.
Mhm.
That's
I should have been
I'm
that's
in the
getting
wrong
something
into
to
industry too because
stay chips for a
Fortnite
year.
was the one that had the millions of dollars. I'm in the video.
yes.
I'm in I'm in the wrong space because like my prices don't go over 5 digits. So
Okay, okay.
mhm,
Well, that's not bad if you're playing a game.
yeah.
So I'm like, so this is what I'm talking about. When we were speaking with that parent, we were sharing with her. You know, these kids, this software is open source. They have there's so many places to come into this
Mhm,
space from the development, and believe me, they're building all of this off the data behind. Those games are built off the previous data. So as you see this industry growing, it's coming from these kids playing the games. It's coming from them taking in data on the movement, winners, losers, you name it, the
Mhm.
entire community of connection. And that's
mhm.
kind of our area,
I
we
have a
kind of
question.
I mean, yeah.
yeah.
Uh, explain. Could you explain to everyone in layman's terms what does it take to become a professional gamer?
Yeah.
Okay, so it does take it okay. That's another broad subject. So to be a professional gamer, it depends on what you want to do in the space.
Right.
There are, right now, a very big demand for physical therapists in the space.
Mm,
Right.
mm,
Huge demand because the thing is that they need to have people who understand the stresses that people go through
uh-huh.
sitting down for multiple hours
Right.
and playing a game for 30 to 40 hours a week training
Mm,
to be able to
I'm
um
sorry.
that seriously, person that's actually
That's
going
a
to be
job.
winning when you're winning if you're winning a tournament, you at least putting 20 hours a week into training yourself, because the thing is that another thing that is based on your physical reactions, based on your planning, based on
right.
um people who are gaming literally are seeing in a different frame rate or different. They literally can see the frames of animation that the characters are going through because
Mm.
we're training our eyes to actually optically see it.
Ah.
So that's another thing that people do. Um, like physical therapists, nutritionists are another
Yeah.
thing because that they need to be in the space. Journalists. I talked to another journalist called Red Infamy and the Hip Hop Gamer, right?
Ah.
They just did like a podcast about how black journalists in the space are not seen.
Mm.
There's a lot of things that go on, and like another thing that I was trying to do was basically doing informing youth, because the
Right.
thing is that right now there are least likely for your child to be a League of Legends gamer
Right.
because not it's not the computer that they're using, but we are also redlined when it comes to having good internet.
Network. Yep. Networking. Yes. Oh God, girl, you don't understand. That's a whole area.
Yeah, and that's a whole thing where, like, you know, having your parents demand good internet just so you can actually, like, do play video games or stream it. Another big platform for professional gamers
Yes,
are doing the
streaming.
broadcasting, the streaming it on and different platforms, or um not even just regular streaming, but like doing production shows, doing
Right.
podcasts, doing other things that is necessary to actually have good
Good
internet.
internet.
You
Yep.
know, we're working from home, and literally, the our professions need that internet so we can actually do our jobs from home.
Okay.
So
So, so what it is, what I'm hearing, there's actually a division in the lines of because of where we are in the market,
yeah,
we don't get the same advantages on the playing field.
no, we don't.
So I mean, so it's also then there. How do I put this nicely? And not there is a cultural diversity that's not being answered on the platform without a doubt, and that's as clean as I can make it.
As clean as you can make it, but it's not even. It's even in the infrastructure of our lives that
Exactly. That
where we have a issue too. So, like, that's the reason why, like, when we're talking about, oh, we the community and blah blah blah, I'm just like, I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna tell you exactly what needs to happen in the space so that we can actually grow it, and for everyone to understand
exactly.
what needs to be demanded from us.
So
You know,
there's a falsehood and inclusion in the gaming industry, whether it be EA Sports or one of the other major players. There's definitely an inclusion problem.
I'm
Mhm.
gonna give you another thing too.
Hey.
So you just said EA.
Mhm.
EA, it does The Sims, right? Just in October, they had two black women who have been fighting in this scene to make sure that we had appropriate skins for darker characters,
Wow.
so that
That's
people who
deep.
had dark skin can actually play The Sims and say, I can be inside the game. Because before, the skins
Mhm.
were ashy,
That's
and
crazy.
also having the
Having
hair that looked more like
more like
ours,
ours. Exactly.
and
See,
the modeling for it. So yes, we are not really included in the space. And, like, just a few, I think, like, a few days before Black History Month, I forget which studio that said it, but they were like, we can't find minorities to work in our studio. And I
what?
got offended. So I literally went and I found every single for Black History Month.
Mm,
We
mm.
found every single game made by a black indie title, and I put it on my Instagram,
That's
for the
right.
blood the dynamic focus Instagram, and you can still see it, all the entries right now, where how our people are creating games in the space, but we're not in
But
main
not getting
studios.
it right. You're not
Yeah,
getting it, and you're not getting the light that needs to be shined on you all. And that's
no,
that. Okay, so I I totally not trying to blame, but the answer to all of this is starting to be support.
yeah,
Hmm.
Our community needs to be made aware how very important it is that we do not sleep in this industry. We tell you all the time, don't sleep on crypto. Crypto is changing the world. The blockchain is changing the world. Believe it or not, gaming is hitting the blockchain already hugely.
Yes, it is.
That's a done deal.
Come
All
here,
of
come here, let me see
the
your.
everything, all a done deal. They're doing paid gaming and everything on there. Believe me, I've gone looking for the D apps and I've done some research in this area. There's companies out here that are sneaking up under the rug, and blockchain being the new level of internet that's going to be there for security and privacy. We're not just dealing with crypto. Y'all know we're dealing with everything.
Right.
So if we're out on the internet, if we're not involved heavily while we're just on the internet, what happens when we hit blockchain? And that's when the industry, the $1 billion paydays start happening.
They're gonna pull us right out of it. They're
Right.
gonna
You
pull
got
us.
You got companies like Decentraland, who's partnership with Atari, and you got companies that like with Varsity, who's EA Sports is partnership with, basically to show blockchain gaming and show people who gaming with through their network.
It's already moving. We're not even, I can tell people it's not about getting people into anything. It's about making people aware that the world finances have changed and the agenda is now different. But guess what hasn't changed? Guess what didn't change?
Inclusion at the table.
Inclusion at the table.
You. And women, we still the second level. We're not even the first level of that inclusion. We're not on the first level. We don't hit minority. We hit minority 2 times. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. When we have to be aware there are opportunities. So my girl needs support of the women that look like her in the space. My girl needs support of the women that don't look like her in the space. She needs support of the brothers to say we need more of our people in this space because she's there for all of them. But she can't do that by herself. It's like everything. We need community to really jump in and say, hey, when they say Black Lives Matter, we matter on every area.
Yeah.
It's almost like we don't matter until someone's shooting at us. What? Are you kidding me? But what about the jobs? What about equal pay? What about equal rights and to be at the table of opportunity?
Yeah. I'm just sitting out here because the thing is that like I have this like I've gotten interviewed by so many people who said, is diversity and inclusion needs to be inside the space? And I was like, look, you have movies and you can't have a media outlet. You can't have book. This video games is a media outlet.
Yes, it is.
There's books, movies, and stuff like that. You need our voices in there. You need more than one voice in that space because like it would just make everything boring if you're not there,
Not
There's like
it's not realistic. Our money can't get there. We're a huge marketing arm. They can't make money without us.
Right, I'm sorry. Just like my child, my son, 2-year-old, his first cartoon experience is Miles Morales, the Black Spider-Man. And outside of Wakanda, it was a pleasure seeing basically Miles Morales on TV, and he can relate to him.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, there's like the craziest thing is like what you've talked about, like I talked about Fortnite and stuff like that, and literally Fortnite became famous because of the dances that your kids could or adults game like me, I'm gaming, but you can buy those dances. And these were dances like you will find on TikTok and everything like that, started by Black people. Yet they weren't compensated for it, and that was a big issue that came about. Where what you call it? The Carlton was one of those things, and literally, I think I forgot his name. The actor for the Carlton. Remember from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? The cousin
something.
Orlando, yeah.
Alfonso Ribeiro.
Alfonso Ribeiro, yeah. Alfonso Ribeiro actually sued the company because he
did.
Yeah, because he wanted compensation for the Carlton dance.
Exactly.
Well, he did copyright it.
He did.
He did copyright it. Yes, he did.
So that was a great payday if he followed up.
Yeah. So that's what happened. Like now they're compensating more of the dances that come from like TikTok and all these other things. And like before they weren't. They were they were stealing our ideas, and that's how they were getting money for this product.
Exactly. See what I'm saying? This is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Look, everybody knows free ain't free, baby. But you see, that's exposure. That's someone sharing your ideas. This is another reason why we were talking about we have to move toward decentralized platforms because that's our stuff. Now you own it, as opposed to another entity where you get it for free owning it. Then you can monetize without needing permission. You can build on platforms that actually allow you to own them. I love the ones that actually allow you to NFT it, because when you do that, it gives you a power with your product. And I'm not sure how familiar are you with the NFT, the NFT process, the non-fungible tokens that are taking place right now? You know, it's in the news and everything.
Actually, no.
Okay.
I've been.
No, baby, I know. Please, this woman's building an empire. She can't be on everything. All right. That's why you have us. We love you. We're here for you. We're the other half. And that's, look, I'm going to be really honest. The whole reason that we love keeping connected is so, one, our community stays on point. You are in a space similar to what we're in a space, and we literally have to push our faces up into it. We have to gain literally gain that market share for ourselves and start connecting. When people say buy black, no. Create black and own it. Because when you buy black only, you do what every other organization that sells only to their people do. You cut off your market share. That's how they get us. That's how they get us. Create, own, and monetize like everybody else. Support wide. Support your community. Make sure you are supporting your community, but be able to find us. We can't even find. This is the thing. She should be mainstream. What she's up to should be a mainstream thing that I would send my kids, if they were younger and wanted to play games, because I know my Nana liked it when she was a kid, but I didn't know Z when my daughter was a kid. I knew her when she was an older teen. So by that time, she threw the games away. She ready to make her money. She was like, I'm just going to job, Mom. But if she was like one of those, I'd be like, look, I know somebody. I'm going to put you in line, Z. Let me know what she needs to do. She really loves this thing. She want to be serious. That's who I have a resource. This woman is a huge resource right here and can change. I always believe that you can be Oprah status on this one. I really always did believe you could be Oprah status. I will, and I'm not going to stop saying that. You can literally become Oprah status when it comes to an entry into this space because you are well vetted. That's something we don't have, y'all.
I got one question.
That representation. Go ahead, baby.
Ms. Brown, I have one question for you. What are you, Xbox or PlayStation?
Oh God,
no, he did not go there.
Because I'm holding a controller. I want to see your answer.
PC Master Race.
Oh, okay. Nice look. She dodged the jab, but I'm an Xbox man, so I hold my Xbox always.
I am holding an Astro C40 controller, so
okay.
You can play anything she want to play.
I can play where I want to play.
That's
so
right.
I'm good.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
See, that's the next level.
That's right.
And also, what you call? I do have Xbox. I do have PlayStation. And I do have a Switch because
that's what's up.
They're all on a different console. So like I kind of had to have them all. So except for I didn't get my PS5 and I didn't get my Xbox X series. There's another story about that. One of my players, whenever he smiles, I'm like, "There's my PS5 right there," because
okay,
because we went through some gnarly contract negotiations when it came to the space because this space is crazy. It's literally nuts. It's a wild west. It's a wild west.
It's a wild west.
Space. Yeah, that's right. You gotta just kind of make your way.
Like there was a tournament that was happening in the Ukraine, and we literally had to make sure that he was okay, that his likeness was being controlled by him, and making sure that everything was fine with that. Just today on Twitter, it just blew up that the two IPs, which is NetherRealm Studios and Bandai Namco are not working with this tournament series called We Play.
Oh,
they just announced today.
So they pulled out of that, or
they pulled out.
Not?
They're not supporting.
So how does that affect the platform?
Yeah.
How does that affect the platform? That means that tournament series should not be using any of
Of their life here, yeah.
their likenesses and stuff like that. Their
Marketing, none of that.
marketing,
Wow.
nothing. Don't run the tournament. Do not do this.
Oh wow. So they
Yeah,
really should just shut it down because
they
it's
shut it
not
down.
probably how they got everyone to it was through their former supporters. And because people are coming because of that kind of support, now that support is pulled away. They'll be making money on something that's not there, correct?
They probably can't even run the tournament itself
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Wow.
because you're
I'm really the only game name that you said that I'm familiar with was I know Bandai is a toy company,
I know
and I know
Namco
Namco.
is
I
the
only
game.
know Namco because I used to play pole position as a kid. That's
yeah.
the only reason I know Namco.
These are huge names that have been in the gaming
And I
industry
had no idea they
that
were even
built
still in
it.
the industry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bandai and Namco merged, and they became
Wow.
Bandai Namco.
Oh,
And
that's fire.
so yeah,
Jeez.
so like they were running these tournaments for Tekken and for Soul Calibur for Bandai Namco. The NetherRealm Studios was running Mortal Kombat, and they've just pulled away. So that's another thing that's like part of the space is that you can lose a license if
Right.
you do not abide by the IP, yeah, the
Oh
intellectual property of these companies.
wow.
Mm. So this is you were absolutely correct when you called it the Wild Wild West because they run it as there's a very gray line on what you can and can't do if you
Yes,
want to maintain support.
yes,
And I'm assuming there is a lot to do with the intellectual property of the gaming that they use. So
yes,
you got to be very mindful of that.
yes.
So you are phenomenal, Aziza. I want you to know
Oh
that because you're able to actually understand and navigate all that stuff. Because
yeah.
I'm looking at it as a spectator, and I enjoy some of the games when I see them online.
Yeah.
But you're in the world of it on a regular basis, and you have to maintain a corporation and a team and make sure everybody stays in compliance.
Yes.
So my hat's off to you. Very much
Yes.
my hat's off to you.
So y'all see why I tell y'all she's bad. That's
Mhm.
a
Because
bad woman right
no, it's basically like learning about the space, learning about how to navigate, learning about what you need to do to actually compete and stuff like that, what your laws are, what everything else like that. Because the thing is that everybody like I get emails from people who are like, "Can you show my 8-year-old child how to be in esports?" And I'm like, "Sir, my lawyer would be very angry at me if I tell
Yeah.
you how to get your child on Twitch, which currently, if anybody under the age of 14 is on that platform by themselves, they will get their channels
Uh,
removed
whoa.
because of the COPA laws.
Got it.
Yeah,
Okay.
so it's one of those.
We have some remarks for you.
Okay,
It says, I love my game playing all the way from the tropics to America through the internet. I have a feeling I know who that is. It sounds like
Yeah, I have a good feeling for that.
it sounds like our JoJo.
That's
She
a
is
master manifester.
yes, she's a master manifester. You have a lot of interaction here. We're excited. We thank you guys so much for coming on this platform. I want to share. Do you mind if I share your website?
okay.
I'm over here in your store. Her website is dynamicfocus.com, and I'm so loving it. Y'all got to
Hmm.
see this logo. Oh boy, you got to see this logo. This is the store. I
Yeah,
don't
it's
know
a
where you
store
got these outfits from, but
acquire.
girl, I'm ordering. Y'all see that?
You got a couple of "You're so cool."
Ah, oh yes, yes,
Awesome.
this is totally
Wow,
cool.
that's
This is
dope.
really awesome. So everyone here in
Does
the
that come
space,
in 5X?
Yes,
now
it goes to 5 to 6x. Like, there's some
that's
things.
hot.
The t-shirts don't. They go to 3 because they're American made.
Mm.
The have a t-shirts and the hats. The dynamic Valkyrie stuff is going to be removed from the store soon due to a conflict of interest.
Oh,
So, but other than that, yeah, everything else is going to be there. I'm actually retiring the old blue design. We're going to revamp that soon. Um,
you
and
need to
get
add
that
up to
back.
it.
So the old blue design, all that stuff in the blue, except for the dynamic focus T-shirt that I have, all of that's gonna be removed, and I'm just going to revamp the whole New Jersey and stuff like that. In the
Okay,
summertime, and retire the old design in October.
I love
Um,
this one. I love this one.
What's
That's
the
one of
yeah,
price of the hoodie? I want to
Ye-
know the price on the hoodie.
I
I
was
want to
like,
get that.
I mean,
this
you
one.
better get it before October.
Before it's gone, she's like, before it's gone, because
I'm
girl,
like
we
before
do.
the end of the night.
Which
We can't
hoodie?
wait
Which
that
hoodie?
long.
Which hoodie, baby?
The one that was on the left, the blue and gray, the black and gray.
Okay, let me come down. So now y'all gotta shop. Look at y'all. We all shopping on her site. I'm
Yeah,
loving it.
that's the one right there, right there. That's
Yes,
perfect.
this one right
Yeah.
here. This is Al's favorite. 59. Y'all favorite number 59. We got you, girl.
Okay, and then
I'm
lower, if you go down, you see the Queen of the Hill stuff that we
Oh
created
yes.
too.
Tell us more
So
about Queen of the Hill.
so that was an idea from one of my my teammates who like she went with another person who we can't find her like we want to meet we want to make sure that this girl's okay, but
Right, right.
these two girls decided that they wanted to do a series for the women of the FGC. They wanted to make this like really cool just Queen of the Hill series, which what a Queen of the Hill is basically a
Oh
like King
goodness.
of the Hill.
Uh-huh.
King of the Hill is when somebody keeps on beating somebody and earns points.
Uh-huh.
And the beginning of the series, we used to like 15 points. You beat somebody 15 times as the
Right.
king or the queen,
And that's how it
and
worked out.
and that's how it worked out. And then
Oh,
at the
what was
end
the
of the
price?
series, hmm,
Yeah. What's the end? What happens? What do they get?
so we were able to raise $15,000 for 6 women, and
nice.
we the grand prize I think was 40% of the pot,
Wow.
and we gave away T-shirts and we gave away um what else? Oh yeah, the backpacks, which are still we're still trying to get the backpacks.
Oh,
Keep that on that, but um and also the 3 winners got custom controllers by Controller Chaos. No,
okay.
by custom controllers, and it was all the design from before that, and right now we're doing Soul Calibur, and for Soul Calibur we currently raised $2,100 for Soul Calibur, and for 4 women,
Now, what
and
is Soul
they all
Calibur?
get
I'm sorry. When you
Soul Calibur.
Okay.
yeah,
Soul Calibur is a game with
Mm-hmm.
basically. Do you remember Tekken?
yeah.
So
Oh,
it's that kind of like 3D background
Ooh,
um with swords.
that
you
is
are very
awesome.
unique. You are
That's
very
one of my
unique.
favorite games.
Tekken,
No, Soul Calibur.
Soul
Oh,
Calibur.
okay.
Okay.
Now, I
Trying.
remember playing. I remember playing Tekken in the video game stores. That was
Uh-huh.
something. That was a
Oh my
couple hours
gosh,
a
you're
day.
dating yourself now. He had to go to a
Look,
video game store, y'all. Back in the day. Back in the day.
I look. I never had
Remember
a.
those? The
I
arcade?
never owned a console. It's okay.
Y'all remember the
But
we did. We owned an Atari. We owned Atari. What was the one that Mario was on as well? Um
Super Nintendo.
Nintendo. We had 3 Nintendo machines. And after that, I think my father got tired of everybody breaking it or doing something stupid. I mean, really. The one who remembers Vextrex? That
that,
all
that,
in
that,
one machine with the cartridges.
that's where it began.
Yes, it is.
Okay, I shared a clip. Can you see it? I don't know.
Okay.
On
I,
the I look because it's difficult because I'm looking on my phone right now.
where are you
But
sharing? Where are you sharing
I
to?
shared it. I shared it. Okay, it was blocked because it didn't show up on in chat. So let
Um,
me. It's
if
let
you send
me
it to
just.
my Facebook, I'll pull it up. Just send the link to my Facebook. I'll pull it up. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So, guys, I want you to go. Whole purpose of this particular show is to help you get into a world that you may not know is available. And most of our kids know it. Most of our kids are aware of it. Our grandkids, our great grandkids, and this is their world. But they're once again limited because we were just talking about infrastructure.
Right.
We're talking about opportunities. A good portion of it is income. Well, you now have the income now and the availability to actually enter these systems. We teach people to build finances together, correct? That's what we
Absolutely.
do, right, guys?
Hmm.
What stops you from taking your kids to one of these large tournaments, getting them the equipment and connecting to teams that are actually in training or may have training programs? Speaking of which, do you happen to have training programs for new players? Are you in the process of bringing on any new players?
Basically, I'm not doing any new players because of the fact that there's nowhere to go.
Really,
There's nowhere to
really,
go. Huh?
their events are what's going on with the events? It said the events. What does that mean?
The events we're well like as I said before, we went to stadiums and stuff like that. Like for Evo was at the Mandalay Bay in
Oh,
Vegas.
okay,
Like there's nowhere that we can actually go to travel people
because
back and
everything's
forth.
closed.
Yeah.
Right.
So everything's closed.
So I got
Yes.
I got it. Would you
Okay.
like me to play it?
Yeah, you can play it.
Play
All right.
that. I'm
So guys, you're
So this
getting
is
to
part of
see.
the women's tournament. There's a clip
Yeah.
from that. I'm trying to find more clips because there's a lot of things that we've done to market in this space, and we do different types of programs right now because right now we can't travel. Like we can't
Right,
travel to different spaces, so
right.
we have to do everything online. So
Okay.
yeah.
So would you consider an online training? Good Lord, what is going on? Would you be considering online training for newcomers because as we know, things will be
Victoria
opening
is
up.
Will be
Wow.
open up.
This is what?
while rising K. You don't have to hit a button while rising a mat. To move around. Oh my god.
What was this called?
Oh my god.
So Caliber 6.
Victoria is
And just commentators you can hear in the background. They're
Right,
commentating the match like a sports event.
move around. Oh my
exactly.
god. Oh my god.
Ring out.
I heard a couple. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I know.
K. You don't have to hit a button while rising a mat. To move around. Oh my
Yes.
god.
He's brought
And
back
the girl
that
that the woman that name Smash
story.
Carolite. She is
Okay,
a
Carolyn.
black woman who is married who won the tournament.
Wow, really?
Yep,
Okay,
she's in her late 20s, early 30s. You know.
That is
okay.
phenomenal.
So I want to talk a little bit about some of your personal exposure in this area. I want to just see because I don't have the net. You were recently on Netflix. Talk to us about that. Can you
Uh,
share with people that experience of
so
being on this Netflix special called Not a Game, right?
not a game. Yes.
Correct.
So what happened was is that I was part of a we just got something picked up in like May of 2019, and
Hmm.
we wanted to know about more of the minorities in the gaming space, and so they were talking to Gurr, because he was currently a I think he was Injustice finalist at that time. Like he was on Disney, XD, playing against people
Okay.
to yeah. So that happened, and so after that, they recorded me talking about him, and basically like he was just like in the documentary he was talking about how he was depressed, and gaming kind of got him out of his shell. And like when I first met him, he was
Wow.
very
Yeah.
quiet, very reserved, and we like he never had a chance to actually travel outside of the city because of like just means. And
Yeah.
I just like I picked him up, and I just said like we're just gonna travel you and just get used to this. And he was never really that confident in himself, but he started learning that the more he traveled, the more he adjusted to competition. And the more he adjusted to competition, the more he became like a commonplace name in the Mortal Kombat scene.
Oh,
Yeah.
one of my favorite games.
Yeah.
Ah,
Come
see now.
here.
So I'm just gonna I did a of course I like to bring up video. I love playing video. But we've got the Netflix trailer here and for Not a Game.
Mm.
Let's see. It's getting there. It's trying to get there, you know how this is.
Since the 1970s, video involving mental or physical activity for leisure, to win or to learn. They haven't stopped evolving. Today, parents and children are facing enormous challenges in a world in which the internet has changed the way we communicate, the way we relate to each other. A world in which video games are changing the way we play.
We didn't know what we were heading into, so you're looking to see the things that might be dangerous.
Su obsesión es encontrar un hueco para jugar.
It's what all the children do, but at the same time, there does need to be a balance.
You don't want your child to read books 12 hours a day. You don't want your child to climb trees all day either.
They were born like the Matrix into a world that's connected.
Los niños tienen que tener su propio ocio.
El problema es el sedentarismo.
A lot of parents really don't know how to educate their own children.
El gran desafío para los padres es ¿dónde está el límite para que tu hijo no se transforme en un adicto?
The problem is, how much is enough?
My dad was like, stop doing this. In my mind, it was just, I had to play games. You don't understand.
We didn't see any harm in it.
It is too easy today for troubled youth to surround themselves with a culture that celebrates violence. This includes the gruesome and grisly video games that are now commonplace.
I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for...
That's Gur. That's my boy.
Well, a insult at you based on knowing that you're a woman.
Yo no podía salir de un aislamiento estricto. Gracias a esa consola, yo juego a este juego, yo voy por este sitio.
Running, kicking a football, makes you feel like you're there.
All he wanted to do was be able to succeed in this virtual world.
Esports is esports and gaming is gaming.
Me van a dar de alta la seguridad social, me van a empezar a pagar.
You can be one of the best players in the world.
These people have more influence than some of the biggest actors in the world.
It makes a lot of sense to be skeptical or fearful of something new.
Society always has a problem with new medium. Why don't we start learning from that?
When you're a gamer and you play, why do you do that? Get outside, go have a life. But you are having a life.
That is phenomenal. I can't wait to actually see the whole thing. I really want to watch the whole thing. I've been trying to make time to have a couple, because I have a few videos that I am actually viewing, and yours is one of them. I want to get more into it because we're getting into the crypto space, and how I see a lot of this is already pulled in. Our goal is to start to literally inspire our kids to become a part of the new economy, the new world economy, and be active in it. Gaming, huge, huge. Things are changing. This space and terrain is becoming one, and we can't deny it. And our kids are good at it. You know what I'm saying? They're good at it. But you saw that. We throw games out the window, take it away from them. Go play in the sunshine. And we don't embrace them. We don't sit down and go, so what is it that you're doing? You know, what's this?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I saw the kids that are not physically able being connected for the first time through gaming, doing things they couldn't do physically with their body, and interacting with other kids, you know?
Yeah.
There's a space here with people in general, people. Oh my gosh. Yes.
I gotta admit, as a parent, and I'm just speaking as a parent, I think the world of gaming doesn't really have a full understanding. We think it's turning kids into. I thought personally, let me say that. I thought it would turn my kids into couch potato. I thought, okay, well, look, you can play for an hour, you can play for 2, and I didn't even prescribe to the idea of buying a game console. But every Christmas, Ruby would talk me into buying at least one pseudo console so the kids can play and interact.
I'm a take it. You know I got the back.
And I played it, but I thought my idea of gaming was you go out to a video game parlor, and you take a day or 2, and you go have a good time, and then come back. And if you want to go again next week, you go next week. I didn't think it was something necessary for the home, but I never. I saw this video, the fact that people who were in a position not to get out, to have a connection with people outside of the 4 walls. Okay, I can give some more consideration to the idea that gaming is a facet more than I actually understand. There's more facets to it that I really don't understand just as of yet.
Yeah.
And I'm open to see it, how it goes.
I mean,
how is Gar today? How's he doing, by the way?
That's why I said currently he's saved enough money to go back to school,
right?
And he's doing he wants to do something with like IT and stuff like that, so he's doing that. He's still playing.
Okay.
Breaking controllers, and I have to go and get one.
Yes, I remember.
Because
Oh
wear and tear on those controllers are just a lot. Just like I spend a lot of money on controllers. Huh?
So I'm like, I've been to a couple of Defend the North. I was there a few years ago, and it was really fun seeing this huge event out in Queens. First of all, I'm not a big Queens person, so when a cab dropped me off, I was a little scared because it was the first time I was in that area, and we were in like a they had it in Queens in a factory area. It wasn't like a regular, and it was Defend the North. Yeah, huge event. Had a lot of fun. But that was something that was big. It showed me other industries that were involved, like the game, the people who supply y'all. And there's all kinds of consoles and all kinds of playing joysticks. And I'm like, oh my God.
And there's a lot of people in the cosplay environment, I noticed. Whenever there's this gaming thing, there's a whole cosplay thing going on at the same time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The characters show up and people dress as the characters. Kind of fun. I think that part's the fun part.
Yeah,
play dress up and be whoever you want to be.
Now you can be your favorite kick butt, character, the bad butt behind everybody walking around. I'm the baddest chick on the block because I'll be a chick. I don't do that guy thing. Right? And this is the fun part. I listen. And I remember what gaming did for me. So when you were telling me about Gurr being, at one time he was in a place of depression, you have a lot of our kids who are extremely smart, but they're introverts because they don't connect the same way. Out of their community, they're the readers, they're the seekers of new knowledge, and they're not really well received by community. And so they end up not finding their people, and that can be very dangerous. Especially this was before the pandemic. They were already introverts stuck in the house and trying to find an outlet. And it was the world outside wasn't a place they wanted to be because it wasn't very nice to them. And now a whole world has come up around girl, and I'm excited. I'm so grateful. I want to say, I ain't gonna lie. Since I know you, you've been like Mama Z. I kept to every since I've known it. I was like, those are her kids. And that's how she protects them. And that's, these are the people we have to support. We have to keep going. We have to bring more to build on. I would love it to build a gaming program for kids out of what we're up to. We teach crypto kids, and we're always trying to teach them new things. So we teach the basics of cryptocurrency, how to use smart contracts, but we want to teach them all the other stuff. They're starting to pull me in, children will drive you in a direction. So they're asking for stuff like Roblox. And, we were talking about Decentraland, and I'm like, no, slow down. We got to wait. Some parents are starting to call in and ask about gaming,
Yeah.
And it's getting to the point to where we are being pulled in that direction for service, so I'm excited. Yeah. I'm like, okay, I'll be calling you, girl. I'll be calling you.
Like I just got involved with a thing called Black Minecraft. I have to sign a contract because
Black Minecraft, yay!
So this is a thing from Janie Laney, another Facebooker. She's on Facebook Gaming right now. I don't think she's playing, but Janie Laney has constructed a thing called Black Minecraft because the thing is that our faces aren't even seen in Minecraft.
Exactly.
Or not because of the fact that like here's the other red line. For content creators for Minecraft, they need huge rigs, like huge computers to run it on another program called Java.
Okay.
Our people don't have those big strong rigs because they're not accessible for everybody. They're like, you need to know
somebody.
Not even somebody, but you need to know how to build one. You need to know different, like, in New York, Adorama, there's B&H, there's like places where they actually build the computer right there. In New Jersey, like I talked to trying to rack my brain on that one because they there's another but we like you don't know about the accessibility of because they're not going to be in a Best Buy. You're not going to find those things.
They're not in mainstream stores.
No, they're not in mainstream stores. So those kids don't get to do that, or they don't build them by themselves because they don't have the knowledge to do that. So all our people are usually on Bedrock, which is basically the one on the console version.
Okay.
But people who watch content from all of these content creators, since Java is the one that has the most amount of money invested into it, more people get those contracts from the actual makers of from the devs.
Manufacturers, right. Oh, well, that's some very valuable information. Thank you, Sister Cussie.
We got some text in this room.
It's like just learning about the redlining, learning about the accessibility of products that you have and stuff like that. I mean, with crypto, like you should like another thing, like what makes me upset mostly is because video cards are very expensive now because of crypto. Because of crypto mining. Those GPUs are now gold.
Yes, I know. Yes, they are. I tell you, and I realized I said, we're going into see what I said. We're starting to combine the industries are starting to come together. And I'm like, that's not a mistake. That's not by accident. No, this is becoming something that's becoming more of a written plan. Oh my God. So we are at the top of our hour, over our hour. I'm loving it. I am
Hold on 1 second. I just wanted you to play that video that I just gave you because it also puts another thing in perspective that I wanted to make sure that people understood that too. your kids
What'd
are
you say?
now marketing different products through
Oh,
the internet globally, and Black products are not part of this program
what?
because nobody knows about it or the
Send it to me
communication is broken down. So that's the reason
one more
why I
time.
sent you that link, is because we run commercials during our tournaments, so you can
Really?
be a part of that
What?
stuff. Play that clip.
Yes, we should. Oh yeah, we got that. Let me just make it full screen. Is this the Queen of the Hill one, right?
Is the Queen of the Hill one?
All right. So we're gonna come out, but I want to share. Can I invite you back to a session of Black Girls Who Crypto?
Yeah.
I would love to have you, ladies. I think we would love to have her, right? Yeah. I think our sisters would love to have you on our platform. Gentlemen, you will be more than happy to be invited to the session with Miss Aziza Brown. And anyone who would like to join us that day, this is what we do, we actually do a family session, and I look forward to inviting people to coming on our private session on Sunday at 5 o'clock. It is a Zoom. Just go to blackgirlsdocrypto.info and you will be able to access that. Might I have someone to drop that link in the chat, let people know where to come to, and let's get it popping. I want to thank everybody for being on with us, and we will pick up this conversation in that space. I look forward to it. I ask everyone to please like, subscribe, and share. Share. This is pertinent information for our community. This is that detrimental. If we don't use it, we gonna lose it. And a lot of us don't even know we had it to lose in the first place.
Oh, I forgot that my Twitter actually is ZIZI down.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me fix that. She's like, it's actually Z. I'm sorry.
I'm following you right now.
All right, one. We gonna do it. All right.
You'll see a big thing of. Is it? Did I actually post it yet? Yeah, I did post my big face on
Good.
on Twitter and Instagram right now a while ago.
Good. So I'm glad. Get yourself set up, mama. And we want you all to connect in with her. Please use her her information so you can connect with her, find out more, ask questions. Get yourself in this space. Okay. Oh, my bad. I did something. I made a boo-boo.
Okay.
I made a little boo-boo. I forgot they're supposed to be scrolling so people can see everybody. All right. Now we can see everybody. All right. So let's get it popping. Y'all make sure you hop on. We have in 10 minutes, actually in about, you got 20 minutes for class, y'all. P2G is going to be on Pennies to Gold, and we'll be teaching cryptocurrency basics for everyone who would like to join us. So hop on Pennies to Gold or pennies2gold.info to get in the class at 9 p.m. sharp. Don't miss it. Let's roll. All right.
So this is an example of our commercials that we actually run on what you call See, this is like that's another thing that like we as a people have to understand that we can actually you literally have a way to network your products globally through different influencers. Yeah.
Oh.
This is happening on Twitch right now, and it's one of those things that information is not being conveyed. We literally had to sit down in a room with Urban Decay to explain what we do.
Oh.
And I'm like, and this is another thing that I really want to start conveying. The thing is that there's so many people that want to actually I just have so many people. Like I've been to different you see me at different places where we are, the Harlem Network and stuff like that, where I'm trying to convey to people what we do as gamers. We do market products. We do all of these things to grow our platforms, and we are a different type of way to convey products. That's why people in TV are so frightened about us. because we're not extorting anybody. We're actually doing the work.
Exactly. So I just want to say I need some of that. And I know right now you just opened up the eyes of a lot of people who are out here right now marketing products and goods that actually need platforms to put it out on. So thank you, sister girl. Please be in touch with Aziza Brown here at Twitter, ZZ Down. Check her out. And if you're looking to get your stuff, when I say exposure, this chick is a part of exposure. And it's time for us to start having some our content in between something that has an audience.
Yes.
Because gaming has a huge audience. I don't care who you're talking about. I get games that I didn't even ask for when I'm on Twitch. I end up in people's games I haven't even asked for. And it's very interesting because we are on Twitch in a platform with them right now as we speak. And this is a space for that. You get where I'm coming from? It's got a large following. I'm so excited. Z, anytime, girl. I want to have you on again. We're gonna check in with you soon, but I definitely want to get you in the lady space so you could share with us a bit about your moves and what we can do to support, because we believe that our women need to be supported in these spaces. We want to know how to get in the space. How do we participate? I mean, I'm not gonna kid you.
Okay. So there's another thing, but it's like the link is. Let me try to get the link. But if you really want to support the tournament, let me try to get the Mancherino link.
Okay.
You
can drop it in the private chat if you want to.
I'm trying. It like I have to do it through my phone. I'm sorry. So it's a little bit harder to do that through the private link because I'm not doing this through my phone. I'm doing it through my computer, through my production setup.
We got you, girl. You already got a sponsor. Hello.
Hi.
Say hi to Miss Sonia.
Hi, Miss Sonia.
Miss Sonia said I will help her sponsor her program. You got support over here. Black Girls Do Crypto and came through the door already. Just meeting you. They love you, honey. She says you are doing most of all of your products, services, etc. That is what's up.
Yeah, that's like I'm trying. As I said before, it's a little bit difficult since like we talk every day.
Right.
Every day we talk about our stuff, and I'm trying my best. There we go. Here's the
send it to me.
Link. Found the link. Let this load.
Now make sure I pull it out.
Yeah, we found the P2G network is now following Miss Aziza Brown. We about to turn up your platform with you. Everything you doing, we gonna know, and we gonna be there.
So
with you.
what's your name on Twitch?
What's Naughty Nimbus Z? But I have like kind of like haven't done much on my channel right now because I'm building the Dynamic Focus one. So Dynamic Focus is the channel that I use the most right now. So is dynamic with a K, no space in between. Dynamic Focus.
Got it.
So I just sent you the Maturino.
It'll be up there. So everyone gets it.
We crowdfund for different games. So this one is for the tournament for the Queen of the Hill, for all the other competitors for Soul Calibur. And we do mention the people that do donate to us. So we do advertise for them too. So that's another thing too.
I like it. I like it. Quid pro quo. Quid pro quo.
So yeah. So I just sent you that link right there. So so if you can paste that, you know.
Yep, we're opening it now. I'm gonna post it. So everyone, please take a look for yourself. I want you guys to get some insight on this. This is an area of, and I'll be posting it in the chat itself, but I'll also be posting it up here. It's a little long. So I'm actually sending it out to our chat. I want you all to connect into the chat, the online live chat for P2G. It's on Facebook, it's on Twitch, and it is now on YouTube as well. Please connect in, click that link, and go in and check out how to support this process. Now, a couple of things I heard. We're going to bring it up again, and we'll cover it with within this weekend. How more people of color start injecting themselves into this space. Okay? Because they're not going to do it for us. They're not going to pull us in the door.
No.
So, like we kick down the daggone door when someone getting shot, it's time to pick down the door so we can play games, get recognized, and shop with our people.
Please.
It's
because
time.
it's time. Because the thing is that there's so many. One thing for sure, I would say there's more developers in this space that don't get recognized, and the reason why they don't get recognized is that we don't talk about ourselves in the space as much as we should. And there's people that are Black influencers literally not talking about the Black developers in the space because they want more clout to, there's a lot of stuff that I need to talk about. So you could I could go back again on this one.
We definitely got to have her back.
Definitely coming back. Okay, definitely.
Because there's a whole other conversation between developers and promoters
on this platform. Get on the platform. We've got so many things going on. The digital space is huge, and there's too much development going on for us not to be a part of it. So I don't want to hear anybody shouting, we need give us our rights when you have rights and you're not taking care of them.
Yeah. Yes.
No one gives you your rights. Your rights are your rights by your action. See, that's how that goes. You can't be given what's already you're born with.
And they have rights.
Move. And let's get moving in the right direction. So no more talking about it. Let's walk. Okay, I love you guys. We got to let you go because y'all know we got to get ready for P2G. I love you. I thank you so much for being on. Y'all make sure you connect. P2G is a support platform. It has an S in the networks for a reason. It's not one, it's all of ours together. And that's what's going to change this whole game for all of us. Hutch D, there you go, bro. That's what I'm talking about. My brother's in the house. Come on, let him know what's up.
All right, it's your main man Hudson D, aka HD, come to you live from Dayton, Ohio. Just want to say shouts out to Rapping Crypto, shouts out to Collecting Enlightenment, my P2G family, all of my P2G family from Miss Sonia to Miss B to everybody who's supporting the platform. Shouts out to all everybody. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. And share. Yeah, please share with your friends. Make sure you share this one.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna pass it back to you, Miss Ruby.
All right, Gold Banker in the house. Where you going? What's up?
Yeah. This is a Gold Banker coming to you live 1 gram at a time. Yo, this was phenomenal. This was a phenomenal. Miss Brown, Miss Aziza with dynamic focus. Phenomenal. I can't wait till you come back because I'm about to write a whole list of questions for you because we're about to get into it. But yes, tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock, Trading Basics on the P2G networks. All right? Come get it hard. We're going to show you how to move that money up in your pockets. All right? That's right. Forex and binary, 10 a.m. Saturday morning on the P2G networks.
Okay, Banker. And Miss Aziza Brown, also known as my girl Z. That's what's up. Dynamic Focus in the house. Where can you find you?
You can find me on every single platform. Facebook, TikTok, still there, Twitter at Dynamic Focus with a K, Dynamic with a K. On every platform with no space in between. So very uniform. And also you can find me personally at ZI down on Twitter.
Okay, and I fixed it. All right. So once again, I am Real Ruby Thomas, also known as the Crypto Queen of Harlem. We love you, and we want you to learn with us so that we can all build and earn the lives we want in this lifestyle together. So join P2G Networks. It's free. Come get this education. It's free, and your freedom is free if you make it happen. We'll talk to you soon. We love you much. Have a wonderful night.
All right. Have a good one.